Good. Okay. So countering, escaping, preventing the Kimura from guard. All right, we did half guard on Monday. We're doing from full guard today. The Kimura from guard, if they get it deep, it's very hard to get out of. So the further they get into the move, the lower percentage of your escapes are going to be. So as with everything in jiu-jitsu, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So we'll go over the prevention stuff first, just for good hygiene in the guard, and then we'll do an escape from, we're going to do like early and mid position counters and escapes, and tomorrow we'll do a late position that's like really kind of a Hail Mary, but it's better than getting submitted. Okay, first things first, obviously, I don't want to have my hands on the mat, okay? That's going to give him ample opportunity to sit up, slap on that Kimura, okay? So he's going to be trying to get me to put my hands on the mat, so you just got to be conscious of that, okay? Hands on him are fine. Gripping the belt, gripping here, okay? If he breaks my posture down, I'm not walking back up like this, okay? I'm finding a spot on his body, and I'm walking back up on him, okay? If somehow I screw up or he does a good job and he gets me to get my hand to the mat, there's a couple tricks I could do early in the move to get out of it that won't require a ton of effort on my part. First of all, as he sits up, if I internally sit up, rotate my arm, elbow rather than, he wants it out here. Again, remember the cardinal rule of the Kimura is separating the elbow from the body. The person that keeps their elbow closer to the body usually wins that fight. So by internally rotating it, now it gets it closer to my body, just makes it harder for him to lock it up, right? It makes it harder. If I have it externally rotated, right, it's easier to lock up. It's easier for him to roll to his back, easier for him to finish, okay? So that's one thing you can do. So as he sits up, I see him sitting up, I internally rotate my elbow. Second thing, if he hasn't locked it up yet, okay, so this is early in the move, he hasn't locked it up, he's just sitting up to his elbow, is I can just posture up, okay? Now I gotta make sure I posture by lifting my butt off my heels. If I just sit back, I'm giving him a bump sweep, okay? But if I posture up like this, now can you bump sweep me? No, right? And look, his elbow's now below my elbow, so there is no Kimura, okay? So those are two things. So first of all, I'm here. He somehow tricks me to get my hand to the mat. Oh no, he goes to sit forward. I internally rotate my arm, okay? And then I sit straight up, butt off my heels, okay? And then I can come back here, start all my passing stuff, okay? Those are preventative measures, right? But what happens if we don't prevent him from establishing that lock, okay? That's like mid-stage on the move. So he sits up, he establishes that lock. Okay, problematic, right? First thing, be aware that it's going to be really hard for me to bring my hand, if he starts sitting back, to my leg. Yeah, he has way more leverage than me, okay? So as he sits back, I'm bringing my leg to my hand. Okay, he can't prevent that. He can prevent me from bringing my hand to my leg, but not my leg to my hand. I'm cupping the back of my knee pit, okay? That's the thing on the back side of your kneecap, and then I'm sitting down on it, okay? That's going to lock this puppy in there real good, okay? Can you wedge that sucker out of there? No, right? I have really good leverage there. Now I want to make sure I'm keeping him on this bottom shoulder, okay? If I allow him to rotate his back flat to the mat, that's where he's going to get all his leverage from. He doesn't really have leverage if he's on this bottom shoulder and if this shoulder's off the mat. So I'm sitting on this knee. I'm going to bring this knee up, okay? That's going to give me good power on this side. Now to get the arm out, this is the hard part. A lot of counters from the guard just get you to here. And they say basically you got to wait until the guy gets sick of this position and then reset, which is a viable option, okay? But if you're down on points, all right, and you need to win the match, you can't sit there and just run out the clock. You could use this as a stall. So we're going to use this escape trick, okay? Remember the rule. His elbow, I want to keep it away from his body, all right? So to do that, I'm going to take this opposite hand, find his tricep, push his tricep, okay? Keeping his elbow away from the body, locking his arm here, I can now start to extricate my arm without fear of him rolling that way and tweaking my arm into the Kimura, okay? So we'll do other side so they could see. He gets up, he gets all the way to the move. I'm in a bad position. I bring my knee to my hand, and then I sit on it, and I bring my other knee up, okay? That's going to keep this shoulder. I'm leaning towards this arm because I want to keep this shoulder off the mat. Doesn't me no good to get here and then do this, okay? That's going to be bad news. Here, this knee up, okay? Good posture. Find his tricep. Push his tricep, which is going to keep his elbow from his body, and then I'm just pulling straight up, kind of with a limp arm. I want a limp arm. So I want a limp arm out of that bad boy. Pass, okay? Let me grab Keith, just so Josh could see. All right. We'll go here. So Keith sits up, Kimura's me, he sits back with it, I go, oh crap, I bring my knee to my hand, I grab the back of my knee pit, I sit that knee down, I put this knee up, okay? I can hang out here, I'm safe. It's gonna be real hard for him to finish. But I wanna get out, I take my hand to his tricep, stiff arm is stronger than a weak arm. And now I limp arm out of that bad boy. And then we pass. Other side, he sits up, he gets all the way to the move, I go, oh crap, I step my knee up, hand in the knee pit, oh, other knee up. Okay, find the tricep, push it, straight arm, limp arm out. Feel like you can hold on to that thing when I'm pulling out? Yes, real hard, okay? All right, any questions? You're both good, you both saw it? All right, let's partner up, do it 3 times on each side and then switch. 1, 2, 3.